Hello there folks, my name is Ben and welcome to another Shots Fired Airsoft video. This is a bit out of sequence because my friend John has lent me this gun for sort of an unboxing and review, and he needs it back. He's got some upgrades coming for it because he's going to use it in IPSC shooting, and this is essentially the base pistol that he's received, and this is a KJWorks KP-08. Now, you may notice from the picture on the box, this looks a little bit different to your average high capper. So essentially this is a hybridized 1911 high capper style, and it's actually got quite a reminiscent frame, and it's polymer, and it's kind of reminiscent of a Glock or a G17 as you would call it in airsoft, but it has all the accoutrements of a 1911, including like the beaver tail safety, etc, and the same trigger. And it takes high capper mags, so essentially you're not limited by your 1911 single stack mags and thin grip. So what this is essentially designed to be is a very ergonomic high capper. So what we're going to do is we have a quick look around the box, get in and have a look what we've got inside. Now, I've always been impressed with KJWorks boxes, and this is no exception. So if we have a look at that, you can see lovely screen printed box, plenty of pictures, a bit light on information, but nothing especially fantastic to see other than this looks great on a shelf, and it's nice to see someone put proper effort into a box. So if we get into the gun itself, we have an awful lot of stuff. So we've got numerous targets for target shooting, and they're on quite nice thick paper. We have a KP-08 manual, and this is your sort of typical airsoft manual. You get very basic sort of how to use the gun, and how to adjust your hop through the slide. We do get an exploded parts diagram, always lovely to have with one of these guns, and a full list of parts and part numbers. And that's pretty much it. KJWorks obviously a Taiwanese company, so we're expecting a decent quality gun here. That G23 that we've had on the channel before, for a full polymer pistol, that was a lovely little piece of kit, and was very well built, performed excellently for what it was. And here we also have a big list and catalogue of airsoft guns that you can get. It is all in Taiwanese, Japanese. I'm not familiar with what particular language that is, however it is lovely to have. You can see their full range. And then we also get a lovely full colour catalogue, extremely well produced, and there are some really very nice pictures and in there. So if you're an airsoft collector, that is a lovely thing to get in a gun box. Beautiful, very nice indeed. So very high quality pamphlets, instructions and everything along those lines. And then that leaves us with the gun itself, and you get a tiny little Allen key, which I am assuming is for something to do with the gun, not entirely sure at this precise moment. And you get some KJWorks BBs, which we're not going to bother opening, but even that, in a lovely little box, is nice to see. Now, the important part, the gun. The first thing is, from picking it up, wow, is this thing heavy. That is very heavy. And we have a Limcat custom slide. I don't know if that's something John's added or whether it's a version of this gun that you can buy. However, straight away, it looks the absolute business. You can see the back strap grip there, this and this whole front section, very reminiscent of like almost like a G series pistol. Still has the high capper mag. It's a lovely mag, very nice, very nicely produced. Feels nice to the touch. Got plastic feelers, plastic base plate. How's the follower spring? Very smooth follower action. That's nice to see. And big square gas router. So I'm guessing this might be compatible with WEs or TM mags. However, I can't tell you for certain. You have to wait for the shooting review, because I will take some extra mags from different manufacturers with me, and we'll see if it is. So the pistol itself without the mag in, still pretty heavy. Trigger is very nice and metal out of the box by the looks of it. Grooved on the front. So you have all the usual accoutrements. We've got some white dot painted sights on the top, nice serrations on the slide. Beaver tail safety is present and correct, as well as the shoulder safety to stop you from moving the slide. It is only on a single side on this gun, which is fine, because I'll be absolutely honest, most of the ambidextrous shoulder safeties you see in airsoft fall off after 10 minutes anyway, because the right hand side isn't properly attached to the main safety on the left. This side of the weapon, very plain. Obviously you've got your slide release pin, and there isn't really too much else to say in it other than it is very comfortable. It is weirdly comfortable. We do have a 45 ACP on the barrel, on the outer barrel there, showing through the top. Apart from that, we don't have too much in the way of markings other than KJWorks made in Taiwan on the side, and obviously the Limcat custom logos all over it, which lovely. You take this to your airsoft game, and people think you've spent £300–400 on a pistol. That's a nice thing to have. Okay, so if you pop the mag in, it's got a nice smooth entry and drop. We've actually got a partially flared mag well. Obviously it's not a big flared mag well, however the mag has no issues finding the grip there. Locks back as you would expect. It looks like we've got a fairly typical setup in terms of guide rod and barrel, and nice snappy spring in there as standard. There's no gasket in the mag at the moment. If we just pop her back and see if we can get we can indeed get the pin out, no problem. That's nice. I might have to help it a little bit further through. There we are. So this frame, apart from looking a bit different and being primarily polymer, does have metal internals, and the kind of plastic around the outside is more of a coating than anything else, and that's what gives it its very nice and ergonomic feel. But the actual internals are metal and are completely as you would expect for a 1911/high capper assembly, with the hammer and the trigger resets and all that sort of jazz. So unknown what this would be like inside. I'm assuming that standard high capperness is going to carry on. So let's have a look quickly at the slide itself, and it would appear we've got a nice buffered guide rod. It is a standard style high capper with guide rod with a pinned hop, so that the guide rod remains where it should be, doesn't flop around, which is quite nice. In terms of our standard nozzle, we've got nice action, decent return for a standard weapon. Quite impressive that we aren't getting any hangs up. It does return to its original position very easily. Yeah, quite impressive so far. KJWorks, we're not expecting anything terrible. Pretty nice guns usually, I must admit. Hop is on a dial, just in the on the other side of the hop, just there, and it would appear to work the same way as most other high cappers. Only thing I can see that would be an issue for me is it does not have a threaded outer barrel out of the box. Do like to see a threaded barrel on a pistol, because instantly I know if I buy a pistol it's going to be another 30 quid that I've got to spend on like a threaded outer barrel from someone. Not the end of the world, but yeah, for me playing in CQB I would have to immediately spend money on this to get it sorted out. Anyway, enough chat. I'm going to put it back together and then we are going to weigh it. So this is purely out of interest. This feels very heavy in the hand. I reckon this is going to be about a kilo. Yeah, we're not far off. 900 and, well, we'll call it 940 grams without any BBs in. So this is quite a heavy pistol. Although obviously the polymer grip is kind of really a metal grip underneath. It's just got like a polymerized coating. When I say coating, I mean it is very thick, but it is over a metal internal frame. And yeah, just in general, it's built very well. There is very little rattle. The slides to frame fitment appears to be quite good. Usually that is a good sign for accuracy, because I haven't got too many of the internals wobbling about, because they're allowed to move, because the slide is allowed to move by the frame. All in all, heavyweight, good looking, nicely built pistol with a very unusual frame. Obviously we're going to see how it fires during the firing test, which will be along on Sunday, because I need to get this back to John. So this is going to sort of barge its way into our rotation of videos that I wasn't quite expecting, but that's fair enough. It's a free gun, it's brand new, I can try it. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Ben, it's been a Shots Fired Airsoft video, and enjoy what's left of Wednesday by the time I get this video up. See you later, bye.